Okay, well, you might have been expecting to see me at the office. It's Monday, and I usually shoot Ship With Me videos on Mondays, but today we're just gonna do a what sold video. So I'm still gonna go over everything that sold, how much it sold for, how long it took to sell, and what I profited from each item. And I'll go over my total sales for the weekend, but because on Monday when I was supposed to go into the office and do shipping, I got some really unfortunate, bad news in regards to some things happening with my family. So this past week I've just been really busy with that, and actually in a couple weeks I will be in Wichita, Kansas, so I'll do a what sold again on that week. But I still wanted to go over everything that sold with you this past weekend. It was a good sales weekend actually, and I think these videos are really helpful because it gives you a realistic view of what is selling right now. So let's dive into what sold this past weekend on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and I'll go over my total sales numbers in each sale. Okay, so let's start out with Friday. On Friday, I had a total of $508.46 in sales, which gave me a gross profit, meaning my profit after my cost of goods, my fees from the platforms, and my shipping of $347.58. So what sold? First, let's talk about eBay. Okay, so my first sale on eBay was this new with tag Sam Edelman wool blend coat. It was really pretty, kind of blue color with a purple undertone, and I received this in liquidation. I had it listed for $130, and I received an offer on eBay for $100 plus $9.99 shipping, which I accepted. Very reasonable offer, love those. And that gave me a gross profit of $77.62, and it took 208 days to sell, which is fine. I think I listed it when it wasn't necessarily cold, so it just sold in the winter months. But I really do like picking up Sam Edelman coats, even coats by brands like Vince Camuto and Guess and so forth, because even though I wouldn't sell any of the rest of their clothes, for whatever reason coats by those brands do well. So I just want to make a note of that. And I'm sorry if you hear my heater in the background. Usually I would turn it off, but now that we have a baby I can't turn the heater off because I need it to run. Okay, so the second sale I had on eBay I got at the Goodwill outlet, or the Goodwill bins, and it was a Tommy Bahama woodblock blossoms dress. I like picking up Tommy Bahama at the bins. I paid $1 for it. I had it listed for $45, and I'm always running a 10% off sale on eBay. So when people buy something full price, they're buying it at 10% off. So I had it listed for $45, and it sold full price, 10% off, plus $6.99 shipping for $47.49. With that cost of goods, those fees, and my shipping costs, that gave me a gross profit of $34.73, and it sold after only 16 days. So that's a really good sale. Tommy Bahama can do really well, certain pieces can do really, really well. And I actually had another Tommy Bahama sale like a few days earlier on eBay, so that is definitely a brand I'm going to continue to pick up. Next on eBay, had pretty good sales on eBay on this day. I had a new with tag rag and bone stripe mohair silk sweater. I loved this sweater. I love the colors on this sweater. I received it in one of my first liquidation pallets that I ever had, and I priced it really high, and I never sold it. So my cost of goods on it was $7.20. I had it listed for over $200, and then I had relisted it and lowered the price to $175, and I just had it for so long that when I received an offer for $100 plus $9.99 shipping on eBay, I went ahead and accepted it. It still gave me a really good gross profit of $83.86, but it did take 813 days to sell. So, you know, sometimes I can fall into the trap of, if I love an item, just overpricing it, and so I need to kind of check myself on that a little bit more, and also just go back, audit my pricing, and adjust as needed. Okay, the next sale was something that I picked up at the bins recently. It was this new tag MNML everyday nylon pant. I never heard of this brand. There wasn't a ton of information on it on Poshmark, but the little information there was, I decided to go ahead and pick it up. and I love getting new tag inventory at the bins, so it's a small risk that I'm willing to take, and it actually paid off. So I paid $1.12 for these. I had them listed for $32. I received an offer for $24 plus $6.99 shipping, which I accepted, bringing it up to $30.99. And after shipping, after fees and everything, my gross profit was $20.69, and it sold after only 8 days. So I think that's really good. Okay, those were my eBay sales. And then I had one Mercari sale on Friday. It was a really good sale. It was actually a piece that I had sold previously and then it was returned. It was this Prana Karina D-Cup one-piece swimsuit. I had sourced this at Goodwill. I think our Goodwills had purchased inventory from Prana, or Prana had donated a ton of inventory to our Goodwills, because there was just 1 month where we just had tons of seemingly new Prana inventory, and this was seemingly new because it was a swimsuit with the hygienic liner still attached. And so I had it listed for $65, and I received an offer on Mercari for $50. So I spent $9.99 at Goodwill. So after my cost of goods and my Mercari fees and shipping, I had a gross profit of $27.93. And after relisting it, once it was returned, it sold after only 32 days. So I think that's really good. And hey, swimsuits are selling, so go ahead and make sure you're listing your spring inventory as well as your winter coats. Okay, and then I had 6 Poshmark sales. So the first was actually a pair of pants that I featured in my stain treatment video. If you haven't watched that, it's a pretty short video and I think it's really helpful. I'll link it up on the screen in case you ever want to stain treat anything you find. But these pants had a pin mark on the back pocket that I was able to get out really well. I actually surprised myself with how well I was able to get it out. And so these were really cute. They were these Everlane carpenter pants in bone white size 4. I got these at the bins for $1.09. I had them listed for $50 and they sold for $35 really fast, which gave me a gross profit of $26.28 after only 2 days. So I was really, really happy about that. The next sale was another bins find, and it was this Astor the Label rib knit wrap dress. I love picking up Astor the Label. It's one of my favorite bread and butter brands to find at the bin, especially more recent pieces. Some pieces are definitely going to do better than others. There's some pieces that you can sell, I think, around $100, but most that you find are probably not. And this one was not one of them, but I still wanted to pick it up, and unfortunately couldn't find the stock photo or the style name for this one, so I think that's why it took a little while to sell, but there was a lot of interest in it. So I picked it up for 91 cents. I had it listed for $35. I received an offer for $18, which I just went ahead and accepted because I'd had it for 121 days, and that gave me a gross profit of $11.77. Okay, the next sale was a piece that I had received through liquidation. It was this new without tag Eliza J cap sleeve jumpsuit. I love selling Eliza J, but this jumpsuit was missing the belt that came with it. So I had it priced a little lower than I usually would. My cost of goods was $6. I had it listed for $45, and I received an offer for $21, and so I went ahead and accepted that. And so after my cost of goods and fees and everything, my gross profit was $9.08, and it took 130 days to sell. All right, my next Poshmark sale was actually from Mogi Box inventory that I'd set aside. I'd been doing Mogi Box, which was a kind of project that I did where I put together boxes of inventory of bread and butter brands with brands such as Chico's. But then after I gave birth, I had too much on my plate to continue doing it, but I had a bunch of inventory left over for it, decided just to go ahead and list it all. So one of those things that I listed was this pair of pants from Chico's. They were the Chico's Josie Slim pants in black, size large. I find that larger size that Chico's does well. Got these at the bins for $1.04. Had them listed for $30. And something that I have going on in my Poshmark closet at all times is Posture VA, which is a software or Chrome extension that runs and sends offers to likers, to anyone who likes anything in my closet. And what I do is 30% off offers to likers automatically, which is a really good deal, and a lot of people do end up taking that deal, which results in a lot of great sales for me. I make a lot of money with that strategy. Poshmark also shares my closet 3 times a day, and it sends out bulk offers. Every Sunday I send 40% off offers on everything. So this was a 30% off offers to likers, to someone who had liked these pants, which resulted in a sale of $21, and that gave me a gross profit of $14.04, and they sold after only 75 days, so that's really not that bad. Next was another bins find, and they were a pair of Madewell high-rise denim boy shorts in size 28. I got these at the bins for 98 cents. I had them listed for $28 and received an offer for $20, which I accepted, which gave me a gross profit of $13.30, and they sold after 162 days. So it looks like shorts are starting to sell. Speaking of warm weather clothing, my last sale on Poshmark on Friday was something I had just listed. It was this new, without tags, beach bunny bikini bottoms. These were a neon pink size medium. I had got these through liquidation. I had them listed for $65, and Poshmark sent out an offer to liker to someone for $45, which someone accepted, and that gave me a gross profit of $28.28, and they sold after only 1 day. So yeah, if you do have any swimsuits or shorts or anything like that sitting in a pile on the side, list those now. Okay, so that was Friday, which was a great day and just kept getting better throughout the weekend. So Saturday, my total sales were $582.91, and my gross profit for Saturday was $329.59. So Saturday, let's start with eBay. Had a really good sales day on eBay on Saturday. eBay really kind of pulled through this weekend until Sunday, in which case Poshmark kind of beat it out, but I'm actually quite happy with the progress I'm making over on eBay. So the first sale was something that I had paid up for at Goodwill, and it had sat for quite a bit of time, so I went ahead and accepted an offer I received. So it was this new tag Adidas Ivy Park bodysuit in an extra small, as a latex bodysuit. I had got this at Goodwill, and I had paid $29.99 for it. Ivy Park, some pieces can sell really, really well. I know that because I received a piece in liquidation that sold above retail super fast. So I was kind of hoping for the same result with this piece, but it didn't happen. I had it listed for $125, and it had been listed for 150 days, which actually, you know, isn't too bad. I was actually thinking it was listed longer, but it wasn't really receiving a lot of interest. So I think when I received an offer for $60 plus $5.99 shipping over on eBay, I just went ahead and accepted it. That gave me a gross profit of $22.95, which isn't great considering I spent 30 bucks to make 22, but I still made 20, or I guess really 23, and so I'm not mad about that, and just happy to get it moved out. And 150 days till sold, it's not horrible. So my next sale on eBay was something I had purchased at the bins, and it was this NYDJ pin tuck blouse, and I do like picking up NYDJ at the bins. I got this for $1.06. I had it listed for $25. It sold, it's to someone with my 10% off sale that runs in my eBay store at all times. So 10% off plus $5.99 shipping, which came out to $28.49. And after shipping and everything, I had a gross profit of $19.01. And it took only 39 days to sell, so that's not bad at all. I was really happy with that. I wouldn't necessarily pick up NYDJ blouses if you're going for a higher average sales price. I really only pick it up on days where I can't find anything else and I need inventory to list, and that happens to me sometimes, especially recently. So that was the product of that, and I'm actually getting ready to list a couple more NYDJ blouses, but typically the jeans are going to do a lot better than the blouses do. Okay, so the next sale on eBay was this Zara asymmetric midi dress that I had also purchased at the bins for 80 cents. I had this dress listed for $45. It also sold for full price with that 10% off plus $7.99 shipping, so it came out to $48.49. And after shipping and eBay fees and cost of goods, my gross profit was $36.25, which is great. If I can get a $35 plus gross profit from a bins item, I'm in a really good spot. So I was happy with that. And this took 150 days to sell. So not too bad. And especially since I didn't have much put into that item, it's not quite as painful for it to sit in inventory for 150 days if I only spent 80 cents. So the next sale on eBay was another bins piece. It was this Michael Stars chambray shirt dress. This is another type of piece I wouldn't necessarily recommend picking up unless you need inventory, which, you know, I find myself in that position quite often. And so I just went ahead and picked it up, and I was like, we'll see how it does after checking comps on it. And my cost of goods was $1.10. I had it listed for $35. And on eBay, if someone likes an item or is watching an item, I should say, I send offers to watchers, 30% off offers as well. And so I sent a 30% off offer of $24.50 plus $7.99 shipping. And so someone accepted that, which came out to $32.49, and after fees, shipping, etc., my gross profit was $20.68, and it took 95 days to sell, so about 3 months, which isn't too bad. And then again, another bins find that sold on eBay, this J. Crew patch pocket linen dress in a size 2. I think I had picked this up from Mogi box as well. It had a cost of good of $1. I had it listed for $40, had sent offers to watchers, 30% off, which comes out to $28 plus $7.99 shipping, which someone accepted. So that gave me a gross profit of $23.27, and it took 61 days to sell, so about 2 months, which really isn't that bad. I actually have been picking up J. Crew quite often at the bins, and I've been having pretty good luck with it. So, you know, there are definitely basic pieces I'm not going to pick up, but nice dresses, nice workwear tends to do well. And then anything that is, you know, maxi dress or a swimsuit, I'll pick up as well. So my next sale on eBay was something I had just recently listed, and I probably could have got a little bit more for this, but I decided to go ahead and accept an offer. So it was this Alice McCall Flower Girl mini dress, and I had actually purchased this on ThredUp a long time ago, and it had sat in my laundry room forever because it had a small stain on it, and I had just procrastinated getting it out. And so I think when I was doing my stain treatment video, I was kind of like doing a lot of stain treatment around then, and I treated the stain, got it out, and it was in excellent condition. So I spent $39 on this dress on ThredUp. I had it listed for $150, and then I received an offer for $80 with $6.99 shipping. It's so funny. I had another item on Poshmark listed for $150 and had received an offer for $80 for that one as well, which I'll talk about later. Both of them, I just decided to counter 90. I felt like 90 was kind of the lowest I wanted to go on each one of those pieces, and they both accepted. So that was good. And so this one sold for $90 plus $6.99 shipping, which gave me a gross profit of $40.14. So very happy with that because it sold after only 3 days. It actually made me go on ThredUp and kind of look around a little bit, poke around. I didn't have too much time to do that. Very happy with that. And if you are interested in sourcing inventory on ThredUp, I've done videos on that in the past, so I'll link one up on the screen. So my next eBay sale was actually a pair of pants, and these were really cute. I almost thought about keeping them. They were these Uniqlo corduroy wide leg cropped pants. I never sourced Uniqlo. I actually might start picking up really cute pieces at the bins because it sold so fast and there was so much interest in these. And actually this pair of pants sold on eBay and Poshmark the same day before I could get around to delisting it. And so I had to cancel the Poshmark sale, unfortunately. But small tip, if you do have a sale on eBay and Poshmark, like, you know, around the same time, cancel the Poshmark sale because that won't hurt your Poshmark account, but canceling eBay sale will definitely hurt your eBay account. And eventually I will have a video about that. And so I had these pair of pants listed for $25 because Uniqlo, you know, it doesn't retail for much. But someone sent me an offer for $14.99 plus $7.99 shipping, which I went ahead and accepted. They sold on Poshmark for 15, so it ended up being the same. But that gave me a gross profit of $7.64, and it sold after only 6 days. So, you know, not a huge profit. And then the last sale on Saturday on eBay was this Nuitag Free People Solid Red Brahmi tank. I have a bunch of these I received in a Free People liquidation pallet. My cost of goods was high on that pallet. It's $11.34 per piece. And I mean, relatively high for Nuitag Free People stuff. That's not too bad. And my listing price was $25 on those. So I sent out an offer to Watcher for 30% off, $17.50 plus $3.99 shipping because they're so lightweight. And someone accepted it. So that gave me a gross profit of $3.27. Not very high, but still some profit, getting my money back on those. And it sold after 464 days because I listed that not this past summer, but the summer before. So those were my eBay sales on Saturday. I actually did have a Mercari sale on Saturday as well. I'm starting to slowly get daily Mercari sales. You know, it's still not a ton of money, but it's starting to slowly add up. And maybe within a few months, I'll start having, you know, thousands of dollars in sales per month over there, which would be great. This was a Billabong saltwater short kimono. I had a $1 cost of goods because I did get it at the bins. I like picking up Billabong at the bins. It's one of my favorite bread and butter brands. I've done so many bread and butter brand videos, and I feature that in one of them, but I think I'm going to do another bread and butter brand video soon. So let me know in the comments down below if you'd be interested in that. This I had listed for $30. And on Mercari, someone sent me an offer for $23, which I accepted, which gave me a gross profit of $14.29, and it sold after only 17 days, so that was really good. I do free shipping on Mercari, so oftentimes my gross profit is lower because shipping can oftentimes make a pretty big dent in my profit. Okay, so moving on to Poshmark. Almost all of these sales, well, no, actually there are a few. So the first 4 sales, I should say, are all from the bins. So the first were these Faherty. Okay, let me know how I'm mispronouncing that in the comments down below. Shorts, they're women's shorts, and this is a really good brand to know, good bread and butter brand. And I always pick it up when I come across it. I spent 85 cents on these. I had them listed for 38. I actually thought they were gonna sell a whole lot faster than they did. They weren't really moving, so when someone sent me an offer for $20, I just went ahead and accepted it, which gave me a gross profit of $13.43. They sold after 63 days, so that's not too bad, 2 months. But I just, usually Faherty moves pretty quickly, so the fact that they weren't, I just went ahead and accepted an offer. Okay, the next was a really cute Anthropologie Malaga tiered tunic top. And I got this at the bins for 86 cents. Had it listed for 30. It sold to a Posher VA offer to Liker for 21, which gave me a gross profit of $14.22, and it sold after 116 days. My next sale was actually, this was the first time I had sold Ariat clothing. Ariat. I don't know how to pronounce that either. Let me know if you know. I looked up comps when I found this at the bins, and comps looked really good, so I decided to pick it up. I'm glad I did, because it was an Ariat Tech Sunstopper base layer. Picked up for 72 cents. I listed it for 45, and it sold to an offer to Liker for 30% off for $31. And so that gave me a gross profit of $22.36, and it sold after only 13 days. So if you come across that Ariat base layers, pick them up because they actually do quite well. Next was another bins find, and it was a pair of Prana Cara jeans in a mud brown color. I paid 88 cents for these. I listed for 30. Someone accepted my offers to Likers for 21. This seems to be a common price point and selling price. And that gave me a gross profit of $14.20. It took 100 days to sell, which a little over 3 months, not too bad. And then, so remember how I mentioned how I had an item listed for 150? That it was this Cole Haan hooded puffer coat, which Cole Haan puffer coats can do really well. And so if you see one in excellent condition, and the price is right, I would recommend picking up. This one was new without tags. I got it through a liquidation. My cost of goods on this was $3.88, but I had had it quite a while, 219 days. So I received an offer, like I said, for $80. I countered at $90, which they accepted. And so that gave me a gross profit of $66.40. I am definitely in the back of my mind, when I receive offers on coats and sweaters, I am remembering that in a month or two, like it will happen sooner than you know it, people won't be sending me those offers. So I'm kind of just trying to move that inventory if I do receive offers on it. Okay, in the last sale on Poshmark, or last sale on Friday, was this new tag Free People Truth or Square bodysuit. I received this in liquidation and I had it listed for $48, and someone had received an offer for 50% off back when I ran that in the new year, I guess is when I did it. And so they messaged me and asked if I could send that offer again. And so I did. 50% off was $24. So that gave me a gross profit of $11.48, and I had it listed for 114 days. Okay, so my last day of the weekend, Sunday, I had a total sales number of $747.98, which gave me a gross profit of $510.95. Okay, so I actually woke up on Sunday and had a few really good sales before I even ran that 40% off sale. So I was like, yay, today's gonna be a good day. And it did end up being a pretty good day. All right, let's go over what sold. I had 2 eBay sales, so most of my sales came from Poshmark, but I had one really good one, and it was this one, a new tag Hugo Boss pure wool jacket in a size 44. I received this in liquidation as well. I had it listed for $175. I had had it for a long time. So when I received an offer on eBay for $100 plus $9.99 shipping, I accepted it, and that gave me a gross profit of $81.20, and I had it for 968 days. So I'm sure there are many of you watching who have not even been reselling for 968 days, or maybe even half that. So very, very, very long time. Okay, and so my second eBay sale was something I purchased at the bins. I actually purchased this for me. You know, I'm going to be doing all kinds of outdoorsy stuff here in Portland, but I gave birth this summer, and so I definitely was not doing a ton of outdoorsy stuff. And so I just decided to go ahead and list it. It's this Columbia wide brim sun hat, and my cost of goods was 88 cents on this. I had it listed for $25 and received an offer for $15 plus $4.99 shipping. Went ahead and accepted that, which gave me a gross profit of $12.48, and it took 61 days to sell. And speaking of giving birth, if you hear Billy Lou in the background, it's because Matt is playing with her over there. So they went on a walk. I was supposed to finish this video by the time they got back, and I didn't. So that's, you might just hear some Billy Lou, you know, accompanying this video. All right, so let's move on to Poshmark sales. On Sunday, my first Poshmark sale was this Tularosa Ryland bell sleeve ribbed knit dress. This Tularosa is a Revolve in-house brand. I had it listed for $80, and someone accepted my Posher VA 30% off offer to like her for $56, which gave me a gross profit of $34.03. And I had had this for a while. I had it for 547 days, so I was happy that that moved. And another thing I had had for a while, understandably though, it was a wedding dress. And so this is the sale I woke up to. I was very, very happy about. This was a new tag Waters eyelash lace long sleeve wedding dress. Really gorgeous dress. And I had received it through liquidation. I don't, you know, pick up a ton of wedding dresses, but because they can sit for a very long time, but when they do sell, you get a nice payday. So I had $4.79 into it. I had it listed for $425, and someone had accepted my Posher VA offers to likers for $297, and so that gave me a gross profit of $225.14, and it took 646 days to sell. So Really great sale, really great profit. You know, wedding dresses take some time, you know, understandably. But again, when they do sell, it's usually very good money, especially if they're new with tag, or in just pristine condition. All right. Next was a Johnny Was floral embroidered tunic t-shirt. This I got at a regular Goodwill for $7.99. I had it listed for $78. And I think the t-shirt material, embroidered Johnny Was shirts, or the jersey rather, they sell for less than the other kind of like rayon material shirts. So I think I had a list a little too high, but I received an offer for $33, which I went ahead and accepted. And that gave me a gross profit of $18.41. And it sold after 167 days. So typically Johnny Was will move for me faster if it's again one of those tunic tops. Here, I'll pop up a picture of what I mean. And I went through a bout where I was finding a bunch of those at the bins, which was really cool. I haven't found one in a while, but those sell really well. The t-shirts I find just don't sell for as much, and they take longer to sell. So, but still worth picking up. Oh, okay, so the next is actually a top that I purchased with my Tradesy credit before Tradesy closed. I had some Tradesy referral credit from, I guess, a couple of y'all signing up for Tradesy using my link. And so I just decided to, hey, I'll buy this top and see if I like it. And so I just marked it as a $0 cost of goods because I actually didn't spend any money on it. And then I decided to just go ahead and sell it, especially since we needed inventory. I was like, okay, well, I'm not wearing this, I'll just go ahead and sell it. It was this Free People We the Free Keep It Simple blouse. It was linen, it had this frayed trim, it was cute, but it didn't really have great comps. So I listed at 30 and it sold for 18. I accepted an offer for 18. So it gave me a gross profit of $12.68, and it sold after only 7 days. So not too bad. I got, you know, $12.68 from Tradesy essentially. So that's good. Next was this Lulu's Learning to Fly halter jumpsuit. I got this at the bins. I spent $1.09 on it. I had it listed for $28, and someone sent me an offer for $16, which I just went ahead and accepted, which gave me a gross profit of $9.99, and it sold after only 2 weeks. Okay, the next sale was a really good one. It was a bins find. It was this Lafayette 148 100% wool skirt. I think it was in a size 14 or 16, and I had purchased it at the bins for 96 cents. I had it listed for $100, even though I couldn't find stock photo or styling or anything. Listed for $100, it sold for, it was actually my first sale with the 40% off sale for $60, which gave me a gross profit of $45.32, and it sold after only 12 days. So I was really happy with that sale. I love finding Lafayette 148, and I love selling things that I find at the bins for 60 bucks. So really, really good sale. Okay, the next was this. Okay, the next was another 40% off sale, and it was this BP quarter zip pullover in size 3X. I got this in liquidation as well, and I had it listed for $20, sold for $12, which gave me a gross profit of $1.33. But it only took 36 days to sell, and so I was basically just kind of selling that to get my money back and, you know, to move that piece out, but very happy with that sale. Okay, so the next sale was actually another pair of NYDJ Curves 360 jeans. My cost of goods on those again was $3.78. I had them listed for $45, and they sold 40% off for $23, which gave me a gross profit of $12.90. And y'all hear Billy. And it only took 5 days to sell. So I love finding NYDJ, especially the Curves 360. So that was a really good, easy pickup. All right, the next sale was again another swimsuit. So we're starting to see a trend here. This was from liquidation. Billy, you like swimsuits? Wanna go swimming? Okay, anyways, it was a new without tags Saha swim wear bikini bottoms. I have never heard of this brand. I wouldn't have known about it except for I received it through liquidation. And so I had it listed for $20. It sold full price for $20, which is great. We love when that happens. had a gross profit of $8.28, and it took 907 days to sell. So 907 days for a full price sale. You know, you win some, you lose some. All right. Next was a pair of Nuatag Rika Kaylee slip-on sneakers. And these were from a shoe liquidation palette. That was the last liquidation palette I ever had, and it was a good one. My cost of goods on all of those was $9.81. I had them listed for $45, and someone received a 30% off offer on those for $31 and accepted it. So that gave me a gross profit of $13.27. Yeah, and it took 143 days to sell. Okay, 2 more sales from this weekend. Next was this Madewell Central Drapey Popover shirt. I got it at the bins for $1.12. I actually checked comps, and this I actually checked comps on this shirt, and it did pretty well. It just looked kind of just like a plain Madewell blouse to me, but there are certain styles by Madewell that just are in high demand, and my cost of goods on this I got at the bins was $1.12. I listed for $38, so for Madewell blouses that's pretty high, and I think I could have sold it for more, but I received I think a pretty low offer on this. I can't remember the exact offer I received on Sunday, and went back and forth with that buyer until we landed on $19, which was fine because it sold after only 11 days, and it gave me a gross profit of $12.36. Again, probably could have got more, but so happy with that sale, especially with Madewell blouse, which that category by Madewell typically doesn't go for a ton of money unless it's like a really cute, unique piece, or it's a style that's in high demand. My last sale of the weekend was a great men's brand that I did not know about before coming across it at the bins. I actually talked about it over on Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to do that. But it is Public Rec. Again, had no idea, never heard of it, and then when I came across it, I checked comps and decided to definitely pick it up. These were the Public Rec all day, everyday pant in a size 36. My cost of goods, I think I found it the same day, it was $1.12. So I had it listed for $55, and I think I could have maybe made more, but it sold for 40% off for $33, which I'm not mad about that because it gave me a gross profit of $23.56, and it sold after only 10 days. So that brings me to my total sales of the weekend, which was $1,839.35, and a total gross profit of $1,188.12. So pretty good weekend, very happy with those numbers. And yeah, a lot of good bins sales, and then a few really good high price sales from old inventory that I've had, which is great. I was really happy to see that wedding dress finally sell, and a lot of good pieces find new homes. So very happy with that weekend. Let me know in the comments down below how your sales are going, and if you like this type of video, please give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put out new videos every Monday and Thursday. Last week I think our video was late because again I was having a really tough week, but we put it out on Fridays, so 2 videos a week, and everything is about thrifting, reselling, making money online with Poshmark and eBay and Mercari. So if you like that type of video, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see y'all in the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye!